During this tape presentation, I've used the term tilt several times. Let me take a moment to define the word tilt. In essence, in the gaming industry, tilt refers to any condition that impairs or alters the normal game cycle. Let me give you some examples of a tilt code. Tilts, by the way, are displayed in a code in the winner paid window here. The tilt code will be a numerical code, a 21, for instance, a 31, 32, 33, 41, 49 are examples of tilt codes that you will face on the casino floor that you can address. They indicate very simple conditions that have occurred. A 21 code, for instance, is a coin-in tilt. Typically, that refers to someone attempting to put something into the acceptor that shouldn't go there, or jamming two coins in, or trying to fiddle it out with a paper clip or a nail file. What happens is that the coin-in process is interrupted. It has a certain time frame electronically in which the coin has to pass through. And if one goes through too slowly because it sticks, or two coins are jammed together inside, then a tilt code will be produced. A tilt code, a 21 tilt code, can be cleared very easily by simply opening the door and looking at the acceptor inside the machine and seeing if there is anything physically in place. The acceptor can be snapped out. This is a very simple procedure, pushed back in place, and when the door is closed, the tilt code will be eliminated and the game will be restored to a normal play condition. I mentioned a 21 code. The next code going up the scale numerically that you may see would be a 3100 code, a 3100. That indicates that an extra coin was paid out to the player. The hopper is being monitored at all times. If an extra coin is paid out, the exact moment it is sensed, the gameplay is aborted, and a 3100 tilt code would come up. Again, merely opening and closing the door will restore the game to a normal gameplay cycle. However, if you repeat a 3100 code, then that indicates that the hopper may have a fault in it and that a mechanic should be called to address the game. A 3200 code indicates that the hopper coin-out optics are being blocked for an inordinate period of time. It could indicate either a hopper jam or a piece of paper or something that was introduced into the game by a player has gone into the hopper and obstructed the optical counting mechanism. Again, if you simply open the door and look at the hopper mechanism, if you look at the optics positioned right here at the front, make sure that they're clean and that there isn't a piece of paper there. I use the example of a piece of paper because it will be the most common cause of a 3200 code on the casino floor. Let me explain that doing a hopper fill, a bag of coins that is introduced and dumped into the hopper may often contain some lint or paper from rolls of coins being broken into the bag before they're counted. And if that is inside the hopper, it will eventually work its way out, and it can cause that. That, in effect, and in reality, based on our experience, is the most common cause of a 3200 code. A 3300 code, again displayed in the winner paid window, indicates that the hopper is empty. You would open the door, see that the hopper is empty, and then call for a fill, a hopper fill. Again, by closing the door for all of these tilt codes, the tilt is removed, the game is restored to play. Nothing more is necessary. The next code that you would see could be a 41 code, as displayed here. A 41 code indicates that the first reel is out of sequence. It's out of sequence in this example because I physically moved the reel when the game is in an idle mode, and it shouldn't have been moved. Again, by closing the door, you notice that the tilt code goes away, and now because the reels have been altered from their normal game idle state, the game will recycle back to the proper display, which in this case happens to be a blue triple bar, red single bar, blue triple bar. Let me show you that the same thing occur, 42 indicating the second reel tilt, and that the game will restore itself back to the last legitimate coin-in game played, which is the blue triple bar, blank, blue triple bar. And the last one you will see on this would be a 43, indicating the 43. The third reel has been moved. One other tilt code that you will see that can easily be fixed or inspected by you is a 49. What I've done is reach underneath the real mech and I've disconnected this. Remember I showed you when we were attempting to cheat the machine how we sense the reel, and we also check the electrical loop in it. So the gameplay would be stopped, the 49 would be displayed, and now by plugging it back in and closing the door, the tilt will be removed and the game is restored to play. Opening the door and closing it, again, will restore the game to play, but the proper procedure would be to stand there and watch the game, and if the tilt code repeated itself, then procedure would be to call a mechanic and have him look at the machine, diagnose, solve the problem, and restore it to gameplay. Any tilt code numbers that will appear here above the number 49 indicate software and processor board faults, and those will not be cleared simply by opening and closing the door. A technician would be necessary to repair that and restore the gameplay.